To say that the Kolkata Knight Riders have had an impressive start to the 2024 season would be an understatement, given that up until this season, the 2024 season, KKR had never started a particular IPL season having won 3 games on the trot. However, this time around, the Purple and Gold Army do look like a team that should at the very least be in contention for a playoff spot. Now, obviously, a lot of people are pointing out many factors. There's the fact that they've had a relatively settled looking unit. There's the fact that some of their star players, the likes of Sunil Narine, Andre Russell, are finally coming to the party. And there's also the fact that their younger Indian players are actually playing with a little bit more freedom. And of course, the fact that unlike in 2023, in 2024, they have skipper Shreyas Iyer available as well, bringing a lot of balance to the batting order and of course, ensuring they can play their first choice captain. But perhaps one of the bigger things which everyone was focused on was the fact that Gautam Gambhir, the man who led KKR to 2 titles in 2012 and 2014, made his comeback to the franchise, this time of course as a mentor. There was of course a little bit of a question mark as to how that impact the standing of Chandrakant Pandit, who happens to be the coach or the head coach of the franchise. But so far it looks like it is a tandem that has worked out rather well. And one of the coaches, the batting coach, Abhishek Nair, has actually spoken out about the kind of impact that a GG has been having on the KKR dressing room. He said that there's no substitute for a captain who's won 2 IPL championships for this franchise. Having Gambhir in the dugout is a big boost for everyone. Now, there is an old saying when it comes to sport that there's nothing that breeds success like success. Of course, having someone who knows what it takes to have won 2 IPL titles is of course a major boost for KKR, as is of course the emotional connect of having back someone who, holds a very special place in the heart of many fans. But there's also the winning acumen and perhaps the most important thing, the way he handles certain players. In fact, Nair went out to point out 2 players in particular whose form has seen a significant upturn ever since Gambhir arrived. In fact, he said that for the players who played with him, in the likes of a Sunil Narine and an Andre Russell, you can see the difference. It helps having someone with that aura in the dressing room. And it takes you back to some quotes that were doing the rounds prior to the IPL that came from former KKR all-rounder David Weiser, who had of course suggested that in head coach Chandrakant Pandit, they had someone who had a very headmasterly way, a very authoritarian way of running things, and that didn't always go down very well with certain sections of the KKR dressing room. Perhaps that is why the team management made the call to bring in Gambhir as a mentor, because again, in a Pandit, you have someone who has an ability to nurture and bring out the best in younger players, whereas in Gambhir, you have seen some of the more experienced players start to really step up. Of course, there's been the improved form of Russell and Narine, but even Shreyas Iyer, the captain, seems a lot more assured now that he has someone like a Gambhir in the dugout. And in fact, Iyer himself has admitted that having a Gambhir back helps a lot. In fact, it's helped the team so much that they've made an unprecedented to the campaign. Now, what do you think of the impact of Gambhir? Do you think that maybe some of the KKR insiders are playing it up? Do you think that there have actually been signs directly that he's contributing to their sudden uptick in form? You can let us know all that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media as well. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sportstek app, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side, it's goodbye.